At least 9 digital assets featured on the cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase, according to a recent court filing by the SEC, are unregistered securities. With the latest SEC report, Cardano has been recently listed by Coinbase on the exchange and is now accessible in locations supported by Coinbase. Safe. It appears that the Bitcoin maximalist Michael Saylor was correct after all of Cardano was one of the currencies classified by the SEC as securities. What does this signify, though? Let's watch the video to learn more, then. As always, watch till the very end to make sure you don't miss anything. Around the world, regulatory worries about cryptocurrencies and related businesses have increased. Investors in crypto assets like XRP, which the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission accused of being a security, and NANCE, which received harsh warnings from everyone in the industry, may want to exercise caution. Based on the SEC, anything that is sold or transferred for a price when the buyer relies on the seller to raise the value of the purchased item is a security. According to a research by attorney Jeremy Hogan, the SEC has successfully demonstrated that just selling a cryptocurrency in a particular way can serve as proof of a shared business objective between the seller and the customer. The SEC also views the majority of ICOs as securities transactions, which has put numerous projects like ADA and DoD in risk. Hogan claims that because this ICO took place in Japan, ADA was able to dodge the legal ramifications that would have arisen from an ICO in the USA. Jeremy Hogan discussed his predictions on the likelihood that the SEC would file future security cases against a number of large-sized digital assets a year ago. He discussed the likelihood that the SEC may pursue Cardano. The attorney noted that ADA was first issued as an initial coin offering, something he stated is troublesome to prospective SEC cases. He rated the threat of Dogecoin, Polkadot, and Uniswap on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the most likely. He said, nevertheless, that Cardano had cleverly defended itself through legal means. Almost all initial coin offerings, ICOs, are believed to be sales of securities by the SEC. Cardano, however, takes a very wise legal action. About 95% of its initial coin offering, ICO, was sold to Japanese citizens, and the proceeds from those sales went to exchanges for sales to Americans. The ICO took place in Japan, which, as you may know, is highly legal favorable to cryptocurrencies. Hogan concluded by saying that there is still a chance and a threat that the SEC would act in response to Cardano in the future. So, is this the right moment? Hogan had set the risk level for ADA at 2.5 on a scale of 10, claiming that as soon as exchange number 1 is sued by the SEC, the other exchanges will follow suit, but it had never been done before. Therefore, the threat is not immediate. Cardano was very safe back then, but how about now? Let's not forget that Michael Saylor supposedly captured a security guard in the past. The SEC has announced the listing of 9 digital crypto tokens as securities, according to the reports. ANP, Arlo, YX, YO, RGTLCX, Power DFX, and KROM are some of these digital assets. An ex-Coinbase employee was detained on wire fraud charges as a consequence of the allegation. Additionally, a former Coinbase product manager, his brother, and a friend were charged with insiders trading for orchestrating a conspiracy to trade ahead of many announcements regarding specific crypto assets that would be released for trading on the Coinbase platform. The SEC is now formally classifying some cryptocurrencies as securities, which clarifies his previous position that the majority of cryptocurrencies are securities. We are more concerned with the economic reality of an offering than labels, according to Gruber Greenwald, director of SEC's Division of Enforcement. In this instance, the facts confirmed that some of the in-question crypto assets were securities, and according to legend, the groundbreaking accusations stemmed from the insider trading allegations included in the SEC complaint. With these charges, we are making a point. Whether it happens on Wall Street or the blockchain, fraud is fraud. The SEC lawsuit addressed each of the 9 tokens separately in order to discuss how the complaint document saw them as securities. In addition, the SEC noted in this 62-page document that each of the 9 firms attracted investors on the condition that it would make further attempts to increase the value of their investment. A development was hailed as a notable example of regulation by enforcement in a tweet by Caroline Pham, commissioner of the CTFC. Additionally, the SEC claimed that the 9 tokens met the criteria for being classified as securities, including the issuers and their management team's ongoing representations of the token's investment potential, their managerial efforts contributing to the token's value, and the availability of secondary markets on which to trade their tokens. Recently, on a blog according to Coinbase, the business has petitioned the SEC for better regulation of digital asset securities. In contrast to arbitrary enforcement or guidance produced behind closed doors, our petition urges the SEC to create a practical regulatory framework for digital asset securities that is regulated by formal procedures and a public notice and comment process, according to the business. In the meanwhile, Chromatica Finance, the Ethereum-based DEX aggregator that created the Chrome token, replied to the SEC's claim that Coinbase engaged in insider trading, and the Chrome token's listing by the Commission as one of the exchange's unregistered securities. Our attention has been drawn to the fact that an insider trading accusation mentions our small piece of information. A Coinbase employee is the target of the grievance. Employees of Chromatica or Twitter are not engaged in this matter, nor are we. In line with Chromatica, its staff is sure that Coinbase would assist the authorities in resolving the matter and properly clearing their reputation even if it was not contacted of a prospective listing by Coinbase. Thankfully, Cardano is free from this problem. Cardano has so many projects in the pipeline that occurrences like these function as diversions, delaying the direction of his development. Since the SEC has always had a nuanced, albeit generally unfriendly, perspective of the cryptocurrency business, many have come to the conclusion that Cardano was destined to become one of his unfortunate victims. Additionally, the SEC stated that it does not see both Bitcoin and Ethereum as securities, contrary to previous public pronouncements made by prior officials. Gary Gensler, the current chairman, has a quite unfavorable opinion. He avoided a question on Ethereum when he said to CNBC last month that he would only affirm with certainty that Bitcoin was not a security. It's unclear at this time if the SEC intends to press charges against Coinbase. Over its listing of 9 unregistered securities, there are likely more. Last year, the Commission threatened the cryptocurrency exchange with legal action. As a result, the corporation gave up his interests or in England made goods. Hey Gruel, the SEC allegations have brought attention to a very important issue, which is that the US lacks a clear or practical structure for digital asset securities, as highlighted by Coinbase legal officer, rather than creating inclusive and clear Taylor rules. These kinds of one-time enforcement actions are what the SEC is depending on to try and put all digital assets within his authority, including those that aren't securities. Cardano ADA is still secure as long as the SEC has not devised a clear mechanism to identify whether digital assets or securities are or are not securities. Given how the first half of the year played out, and the fact that Bitcoin and Ethereum are down by more than 50%, this year has generally been awful for the cryptocurrency industry. Cardano has fallen below the $1 mark from its all-time high. Although there have been a few little upswings lately, the crypto market as a whole is very stagnant. Although no one can be certain, several analysts believe that before a sustainable rebound, cryptocurrency values may fall considerably further. While all is going on, interest in cryptocurrency is still quite high, not just among investors but also in popular culture. Elon Musk and other seasoned investors have helped the sector, which is still in its infancy, to continue to grow. That explains in large part why steep declines might quickly come after each new Bitcoin high. It's challenging to make predictions about the future. But optimistic analysts predict that in the next months, factors like institutional adoption of crypto payments and regulators will strive to acquire a better feel of the industry, keeping at bay the question of whether or not it is a security. Cardano can continue to concentrate on releasing significant hard forks and updates, enhancing the whole crypto industry. The most expected hard fork in the near future is the Bessel one, but what are your opinions on this as usual? Comment below with your thoughts and let us know. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and click the subscribe and notification button to get alerted as soon as a new video on ADA news is uploaded if you don't want to miss out on future crucial developments. You may learn more about how ADA came to be by watching our previous films. Till then, we'll see you in the following video, too.